In this week's Complaint Corner, Marvel, Deus Ex, and some other shit. This is Critically Complained. Hi, I'm Adam, and this is Steve, and first we are talking Marvel. So, it was another slow week. We didn't do our regular show last week because there wasn't a whole lot to talk about, and we were focusing on doing our reviews for Justice League and Punisher, mostly Punisher. So we decided to wait a week, and then not much happened this week either. So we're just gonna kind of do 2 weeks in a row of not much happening, just a few little tidbits here and there. So it's gonna be an interesting episode. I think we're gonna really stretch out these things a bit. Anyway,
I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
Or we're just have a 20-minute episode.
Yeah, why not? So Marvel, this is probably the biggest news by far. So Marvel has announced today or yesterday that they have 20 films planned after Infinity War 2. And that's not the actual name of it. We don't know what the actual name of that movie is going to be. Personally, I am of the firm opinion it's going to be called Infinity Gauntlet. You heard it here first. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be called Infinity Gauntlet. But anyway, we have 20 movies planned after that. And the only one we know of for sure right now is, Spider-Man 2, whatever that ends up getting called as well. Because we don't know the name of that one either. And
20 movies.
That's so many.
That's so many movies.
To put it in perspective, Infinity War 2, or Infinity Gauntlet, is going to be the 22nd movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So we're not even half done with this universe. And it's been going for almost 10 years. Like, that's insane. Like, this is never gonna end.
Jesus Christ. Okay, first of all, who plans that far in advance, Because that means they're basically coming up with sequels for movies that haven't even happened yet. For characters we haven't even seen yet.
It's crazy. And yeah, I'm sure that several of them will be sequels to things we've already seen. Like I'm there's no doubt in my mind we're going to get another Guardians movie. Obviously we're going to get Spider-Man Homecoming 2, probably another Black Panther, probably another Ant-Man, finish out the trilogy.
Probably another Doctor Strange.
Oh, yep, Doctor Strange. Almost forgot about that one. At least one more Doctor Strange. I wouldn't be surprised if there was two more, or more. And then a couple of Infinity Wars or Avengers films, whatever. At least two of those. But that only covers 7 or 8 movies. Yeah. Like there's what,
finally
12
a Black Widow
other
movie.
Ones? Oh my, dude, they actually should do that. Like, screw it, just do it. Like, why not? Oh yeah, there's Captain Marvel too. I forgot about Captain Marvel. Probably get another one of hers as well. I find it weird that there's so few female superheroes in this universe. That kind of bothers me.
That's probably because there's so few female superheroes just in general.
That's fair. It
I mean, the ratio is like 2 to 1 probably.
Yeah. Probably more than. Probably it's worse.
Well,
than that.
They've probably course corrected on that one a bit by now. Yeah. But yeah, probably.
But yeah, that means we're going to get a bunch of movies of a bunch of jackasses we've never even heard of. I wish that I could say that one of them was Inhumans, because I actually like the Inhumans as a concept, but there's no way they're going to do that because the Inhumans TV series was so fucking god-awful that they're not going to touch that shit with a 10-foot-long pole for the next 15 years. Probably.
Until the heat dies down.
Yeah, until everyone kind of forgets about it. Seriously, I said this before when I talked about it in my humble opinion, however many weeks ago, but it's not worth your time to even think about it. Just pretend it doesn't exist. Please.
I do all the time.
It's really, really bad. Oh my god. Anyway.
Well, all right,
but
I'm
trying to think of
20 movies, though.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering, when they say they're planning 20, I'm wondering how committed they are to each of those projects. And by that I mean, what if this bubble bursts one day? What if the next Marvel movie, I'm not saying it would happen, but hypothetically, what if the next Marvel movie got a tenth of the people that went, what if all of a sudden interest just dropped? How invested are they in those 20 movies before they can pull out without much trouble? Or is it just they wrote 20 names on a whiteboard somewhere?
I don't think that I think it would take more than just one movie
for
them to really
but you know what
pull
I mean.
The plug.
If the bubble bursts and people stop going,
oh yeah, I'm sure.
Do they just write up 20 movie titles on a whiteboard and say, well, we're good for lunch? Let's just say we have 20 movies, or Are
Yeah,
they
I don't
actually in the
know.
process of casting for some of these?
I
Or
feel like they have a plan. Like something that I remember reading about a while ago about Kevin Feige, I think his name is pronounced, is that like they have backup plans within their backup plans. Like
well, I hope
they
so.
had like when they were like for example when they were trying to get Spider-Man into the universe. Like they didn't know for sure when they were trying to get him in if they could actually do it or not. So they had a backup plan in case that the deals fell through and they couldn't get him. But of course they were hoping they could get him. So it's like they have a bunch of different like if Doctor Strange was like a huge bomb and no one went to go see it, then you probably wouldn't see a lot more Doctor Strange. He might show up in like Infinity War or whatever, but that'd be about it. You wouldn't get a sequel. Like another one is like Ant-Man. They didn't expect Ant-Man to be as popular as it was, but then it was really popular, and so then they gave him they gave him a sequel, and it's like, all right, go bananas.
Well, that's probably because Paul Rudd is such a goddamn national treasure.
Yeah. It's funny how like I remember when he was first cast in that role and I was just like Paul Rudd whatever, and now I absolutely love him. Like I think he's perfect as Ant-Man. Like I freaking love the character. Anyway, but like I feel like they have 20 movies planned, but I think it's a loose plan. I think they could add in or take away if they needed to.
Like 15 of those movies.
Well, maybe not 15, but like maybe 5 or so. Like they have a loose arc for where they want to go from here, but negotiations might fall through with some people. Like maybe tomorrow Robert Downey Jr. will be like, I don't want to do any more movies, I'm done, and they can have a plan for that. They can have a means of like kind of edging him out. Like I think
have him explode off of screen. Actually, you know what?
know.
If Iron Man were to leave, that'd be the easiest one to do because they could just put the suit on screen and blow it up or something and say, oh, yeah. Iron Man's dead.
Yeah, actually, Iron Man is definitely the easiest one to do because like, and at the same time, Iron Man is like the easiest one to keep around while you're at it because like Robert Downey Jr. can't really he's getting up there now. He's in his 50s. He can't really do a bunch of action scenes, but he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got a full mask on all the time. The only thing he does is do voiceover and have a camera right in front of his face.
Yep.
Like it doesn't take a lot. And be in scenes where he's not in the suit, but that's easy as hell to film, so it doesn't really count. I don't know though. Like I'm trying to think. Like what do you think? Like other than the stuff we already know exists, like other characters we already have established, what new characters do you think they can introduce? I'm trying to like rack my brain. Like they can't really do X-Men unless they can somehow get the rights.
Well, I don't know if they planned for that. I think they would have made their plan assuming they didn't have the X-Men.
Yeah,
and gone forward.
So.
Just like I assume they don't plan on having the Fantastic Four in there.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Characters that they might include. Like
I'm thinking maybe like the New Avengers or like
that's kind of what I figured where they're
Like
headed.
they
kind of did the New Avengers after the old ones disbanded here, and the official sanctioned Avengers is all the shit characters. I feel like that's kind of where we're headed, but I don't know. They got all the ones people care about. All the names that people would actually recognize have already been on screen. You know? Look out, Wasp is coming. It's like, oh. Who? Right, the lady from the end credit scene.
About it.
Got it.
The only one I could think of... No, we kind of already have that plan, sort of. I was going to say, like, Adam Warlock, but, like, he's sort of going to be in Guardians 2 or 3 or whatever the hell it is.
One of them, whatever.
Whatever, doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be super surprised if we got a spin-off of Guardians of the Galaxy. Because I remember that James Gunn was talking about how he wanted to do that, so that could work.
What would that be about?
I think the idea was it was going to be about the Ravagers. Like, you remember at the end of Guardians 2?
Yeah, I don't really want that.
Yeah, I don't really want it either, but I heard that they might be doing it, and I would be okay with it. Like, I don't feel that way.
But Yondu's already dead, and that was the only Ravager we could get any shit about.
No, I think it might be a prequel, if I'm not mistaken. I think it would be like how there was Sylvester Stallone, and there was like those other guys.
Don't remind me that happened.
Yeah.
Why was Sylvester Stallone in that movie?
Yeah,
he can't be broke yet. Why is he there?
I really liked Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Like, I probably liked it more than you did, but I agree that Sylvester Stallone had like no place in the movie. Like, I didn't understand why he was there, like, at all.
Yeah,
and I guess it was just to do like a backdoor pilot for like a prequel series about those guys, but I don't care. Like I don't care.
Yeah, that doesn't interest me. Current Yondu was what interested me, and he's dead. So
yeah, spoiler alert. Sorry.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for the however old that is now. Yondu's dead. Deal with it.
I can't think of anybody other than like the big ones that other studios have. Like,
We could
Fantastic
do a
Four,
Thor
X-Men.
sequel with Beta Ray Bill. That could be interesting.
That would be cool. I would love. I've been waiting for them to do Beta Ray Bill forever. I've only read like 3 Thor comics, but he was in one of them, and I thought he was really cool and weird looking. And
Yeah.
I want that shit.
They could definitely do it now that they're floating around in space and Asgard is. Oh shit! That's what that ship was that they ran into. Boom, called it right there.
Dude,
boom. That was Beta Ray Bill's ship. Yep, definitely.
The ship they ran into was Thanos.
Nope, definitely
Yes,
Beta Ray
it
Bill's.
was.
Definitely Beta Ray Bill's ship. Yep.
You're wrong.
Nope, definitely Beta Ray Bill's ship.
Sure it was.
Yep, definitely.
I don't know. I can't think of anybody else.
I can't. I mean, it's kind of like the thing. It's like, oh, what's your favorite book? And then you just think of every book you've ever read. I'm trying to think of like every character I've ever heard of.
The only thing I could think of would be maybe to do something with like some of the characters they've been covering in other mediums, like somehow they could do a Daredevil movie by either making it completely separate from the Netflix show or just like bringing that actor and making a movie about him. I mean, people would watch it. I would eat that shit up.
Of course they would. Yeah, I would too. I mean,
but I don't know. I'm trying to think of anybody.
I mean,
else. Maybe they could throw Sony a bone and do a Sinister Six movie. Yeah, doesn't that sound great?
Thank God.
Oh, man.
Well, there you go. That counts for 6 of their movies then. Boom. Done. That's a quarter of the work just taken care of. Just make 6 of those.
I guess you could do movies about like the lesser characters. Like you could do like a Scarlet Witch movie. You could do a Vision movie.
But what would the plot of a Vision movie be? Like, he himself doesn't have any conflict.
I mean, you could... I don't know. I'm not a screenwriter. I'm not good at that. I also don't know the character very well, so I can't really... You could maybe do something along the lines of, like, him finding his place in the world, but that doesn't really sound like an action-packed movie.
And it also doesn't sound like the Vision we're presented with's concern.
Yeah,
basically, he just wants to hang out in the tower and fuck Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. You could do a Hawkeye movie.
That's coming. That one's coming for sure.
That one I would actually...
Scarlet.
I don't really care about Black Widow. Black Widow. I don't really like need a Black Widow movie, but I would really enjoy a Hawkeye movie. Like I think that could really work personally. Like a Black Ops like war-esque film. Like maybe he's like sent into some war zone. And he has to assassinate someone, but then everything goes wrong. And like I don't know. I think it could work.
It doesn't sound as campy as the other superhero ones are.
Or maybe something sort of like Arrow, but less cheesy and dumb. Like,
all right, maybe.
Maybe he could become the hero of a specific city and like try to take on crime there. I don't know. Maybe I'm just throwing out ideas. I kind of feel like
if it was a Hawkeye movie, it would basically just be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh yeah, but I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, and that's fine. I'm just saying that's what it would be like.
Oh! I got one. Ghost Rider. They could do Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah. All right, sure.
Yeah, Moon Knight. Moon Knight. I want a Moon Knight movie.
All right, sure. I can do Moon Knight.
I'm trying to think of anybody else.
Nope. That's every character, every Marvel character ever.
I'm bad at this. I wish I read more Marvel comics. Like I haven't read that many of them.
Oh shit! You know who they could do? Nova.
Oh, that would be awesome, dude. Yeah,
and they already brought the Nova Corps into the storyline, so they could definitely stick Nova in somewhere. Yeah. Wherever, I mean, as a Guardians spin-off or something, or an Iron Man spin-off, maybe.
Maybe do something with, like, you know how in the comics they have, like, different characters take up the mantle of classic heroes?
Yeah.
Like I know that, like, both Winter Soldier and Falcon have become Captain America at different points. You could do something with that. You could do, like, I know that Iron Man, there's like a replacement for Iron Man who's a girl.
Yeah, that's a new thing. I'm not up to date on that, but that's the new thing.
Yeah, it's like Iron Heart, I think her name is. You could maybe do that if you did it really well. Maybe. I don't know. I feel nervous about that. To that. The only thing I feel I don't mind a female superhero. The only thing I feel nervous about is like what am I trying to say? I can't get my brain to work. Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man is like the holding glue of this universe, and I don't really want him
Which is
gone.
why he's definitely not going to be the one to die.
I think he's... Definitely that was another thing they said when they were talking about this, is they are referring to Infinity War 2 or Infinity Gauntlet as a finale like a culmination of everything they've been building to thus far, which to me means someone's gonna die.
Absolutely, someone's gonna die. But
I think it's gonna be
it can't be Thor because nobody cares enough, and it can't be Iron Man because people care too much. You can't get rid of Iron Man because he is kind of the, despite his importance between different movies and whatever, he is kind of the catalyst that gets this whole superhero Marvel Universe thing off the ground, and he's kind of the unofficial spokesman for it. It's like shooting Mickey Mouse in the face, You can't.
Yeah.
He needs to be there.
Don't get me wrong.
Captain America is going to be the one to die.
Captain America could totally die too. I have no complaints about him dying. And I do think that if you kill off Captain America, then you can very easily do like the either Falcon or Winter Soldier taking
Bucky.
up his
mantle. It's going to be Bucky. But they basically they set it up. It writes itself. Iron Man. It practically just down an Iron Man.
Yeah. I don't know. I would be okay with them taking out Iron Man if they did it well. I think
or
it could
Hulk
be
could
done.
die, but I sincerely doubt it.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that Hulk's gonna die.
I don't think so
either.
There's
no way. They've barely touched upon him as like a potential storyteller. Like we've had one movie that wasn't very good, and then he was in the 2 Avengers movies, and which in both of them he was like a background character, and then we had him be in Thor Ragnarok where he was only in it for like half of the time. Like he has never gotten the spotlight except for in one movie. And it's not even the same actor who plays him anymore. Like I really think that they could do more with Hulk.
Well, yeah, of course they could. I'm just saying down the line with okay.
She-Hulk. They could do She-Hulk.
Oh, I guess they could do She-Hulk.
That would be awesome.
I don't think they will, though. I think there's really only room for one Hulk in this universe.
I don't agree at all. I would love a Hulk movie. Like I've read before that Hulk solo film is kind of off the table because like the rights to a Hulk solo movie is like tied with Universal. Like Disney would have to go to Universal to distribute the film, and they don't want to do that. So that's why they've been kind of shoving Hulk into other movies, like in Thor Ragnarok.
I mean, I guess you might as well.
Like I as much as I enjoyed Thor Ragnarok, I really wish that we could have just gotten a Planet Hulk movie. I don't know about you. Like
that's what I said when we talked about it.
I know, but it's like, god damn it, like it would have been so much better than what we got. What we got is basically half Ragnarok and half Planet Hulk, and neither of them were fully satisfying. And it's just like, damn it, like I wanted that movie to be longer. Oh, God, we already talked about that when we reviewed it, but still. So I think we're gonna move on. I still think Iron Man's gonna die. I can feel it. I can't wait for this movie to come out. By the way, Infinity War, the first one, that comes out in May. Like it's not far away at all, which is crazy.
Damn, that really did sneak up on us.
It really did. Like I wasn't thinking about it until like.
Hey,
like,
remember when like the first Avengers came out and we were like, oh shit, the Infinity War's coming someday. Yeah, that someday is like around the corner now.
Yeah, remember when we've seen Thanos say, "I'll take care of this myself," like 6 movies ago. Remember that?
Yeah.
He's getting really there. Slow guy. Oh my god. That's like my only major complaint about the Marvel Cinematic Universe is if you're gonna set up Thanos so early, like actually do something with him sooner. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
he was in Guardians. He was kind of...
I know. He was like a back. I was satisfied with his appearance in Guardians, but other than that, I've been disappointed with like everything else.
Like, how come he didn't just go down and take the Infinity Stone?
I don't know.
He could have done it.
He could have done it.
Why didn't he just go do it?
Why did he send some other jackoff with a hammer to go do it?
Yeah, seriously.
Like why?
He could have just gone and did it.
Just go do it.
Like, was his leg asleep and he couldn't get out of his chair or something? Like,
yeah, he's just
actually,
like,
you know what?
his
Hang on
chair
a second.
is really
let's talk about the Infinity Gauntlet for a second. So there was a throwaway line in Thor Ragnarok that kind of chives my spuds because
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Hel was walking through the trophy room or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, fake," and she pointed to the Infinity Gauntlet, which was probably just to rationalize why it was there and how Thanos already had one, and it was just probably supposed to be an Easter egg in the first Thor movie, you know?
Yeah,
but
it was.
Why the fuck does Odin have a fake Infinity Gauntlet?
Maybe to make people think he actually has it. I don't know.
That seems weird to have one.
The
gauntlet itself
weird
doesn't do anything. It's just
like. Do you think that Odin doesn't know that it's fake? Like maybe he sent Hela to go get the Infinity Gauntlet, but she just gave him a fake one. I don't know.
I
I'm
mean,
just kind
maybe,
of
but
throwing
it kind
things
of
out
feels
there.
like Odin would know that, or
I
Heimdall would
agree.
have told him,
That's
or
another one. Yeah,
or
Heimdall can
something.
see like everything. So like, yeah, I don't know. That's really weird to me
I
as
don't know.
well.
That
I
just
don't.
kind of irked me. I was like, what? Then why does he have it then?
I liked the idea that like it's a gauntlet, but you have two hands. So Odin has one, and there's another one that Thanos
I
has.
mean,
Like, I
that's an
know that
idea,
that's
but
not.
it's not
I
true.
know that that's
But
not what it is in the comics, but I preferred that over. Oh no, that one's just fake. Like that to me
I
seems way
just
more
I
interesting.
would have
Just
just
saying.
preferred to not have it there in the room.
Actually,
Honestly,
while we're talking about this, I like should have I thought about this, but and I said I was gonna say it in the review to myself, but then I forgot to. Loki totally stole the Tesseract. Like, no doubt in my mind, he stole the Tesseract. You remember how he was like going into the vaults, and then like there was one point where he saw the Tesseract and he was like, like he gasped or like he looked at it for a second. He totally stole that shit.
you think
Like
so?
Yeah, I like am so sure of it, and I bet that not only did he steal it, but I think he's gonna like give it to Thanos as payment for giving him an army during the
You
Avengers.
think so? Or to save his own
Yes,
ass?
or to
Or
save his own
maybe to
ass or
save
something.
Thor if he wants to be
He's
noble
gonna
about it?
give it to Thanos. That's the point. I don't know the exact like reasons why, but I think he's gonna give it to Thanos, and I think he stole it in Thor Ragnarok. Yes.
Okay. You know what? That sounds like a Thor. That sounds like a Loki thing to do. I think
Well, I
you might be
mean,
right
what
about
else
that one.
happened? I mean, the only thing else that happened to it is it got blown up with
Oh,
the
well,
rest
that
of
didn't
Asgard.
happen. Yeah.
Obviously, it didn't get blown up, But I mean, like, so what? Is it just floating around in the debris of Asgard? Like, I don't believe that. Like that sounds dumb. Like, no,
Yeah,
no,
you
no.
know what else is never mentioned? Where is Asgard in relation to space?
I don't
Because
know.
it seems to be floating above an endless pit of death, which kind of made me think it was in a different dimension or something, but you can just get there with a spaceship, because it's
Yep.
just in space.
Yep.
So,
I don't know.
where is it, and also where are the other planets in the Nine Realms?
I liked Asgard, like as a like visually, I thought it looked nice, but like it raises a lot of questions.
It
Like
does.
there's clearly a gravity and there's water falling off it. So
Yeah.
like does that water just go to nothing?
Is there a big
is
drain
Asgard,
underneath that catches all of it
A-
before it disappears?
Is Asgard an asteroid that's floating above a planet somewhere?
Yeah, yeah. So
Like-
did
like-
Fenrir fall off of it and fall into the abyss? Then, when the Bifrost broke and fell down there, did they have to go down there and get it? Or
I mean, hell, while we're talking about that, remember how at the end of Thor, the first Thor, Loki fell off of Asgard and then he just showed up later, like on Earth or whatever?
yeah,
Like, what the fuck is that about? Where did he go? What did he do?
is
How
Asgard
did he
like
get to
literally
Earth?
floating above Earth, but like invisible or something? Or
Yeah, I don't know.
because
These
that
are
means that
all
the other
questions I can't
like
answer.
the Niflhelm or whatever the shit the ice planet is called or whatever. That's just a planet somewhere that Odin, as an alien race, went to conquer.
Yep.
Except that Odin's home planet is just like a floating city in the middle of a pocket dimension or something.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know.
really confusing. I kind of liked it before when it was just some sort of metaphysical heaven type
Yeah,
thing.
they were really mysterious about it before, but now that we've seen them fly a spaceship to it,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, so it's like a planet somewhere.
Yeah, so
that
unless
has its own
there's like
gravity.
a literal gate somewhere that you can fly a ship through to pass into the next dimension, then
I mean, to be fair, they kind of entered like a wormhole thing. They didn't just fly there. They like entered this weird
okay,
portal-looking
yeah,
thing. So maybe
but all
it
the other portal
teleported
thingies
them.
led from one physical place to another physical place.
I don't
So
know.
I guess we don't know the rules of the portal thingies. It's not ever stated. It's just kind of weird that there's a lot of questions about Asgard that never really get brought up again. It's probably more of just a deal with it, because they went to the Collector, who's in space. They just went there as Asgardians, who have
Yep, that's
axes
true.
and things,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and they just went there probably on their flying kayak ships or whatever, or pontoon boats or whatever, and just went there in space.
I don't know, man. Anyway, we're gonna move on now. We're moving on because I don't think there's much else really to say about this. So the next bit of news, it's a minor thing, but I want to make fun of it. So the Fantastic Beasts sequel is officially going to be called, and I quote, Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. And if you don't know who Grindelwald was, or is, whatever.
Well,
he
still is, I suppose.
Yeah, he is Johnny Depp. He's the evil Dark Lord guy who
Remember that
who
really
showed up
weird,
at
out
the-
of place villain in the movie?
Yeah, that one.
Him.
Remember the guy who was Colin Firth and like you liked Colin Firth and he's a great actor, and then suddenly he morphed into like albino Johnny Depp, who was super creepy and awkward. Remember that?
Yeah.
Well,
Remember
there you
how
go.
he wasn't like the villain at all, and then they just basically he showed up like Ganondorf to steal the spotlight from somebody else's villainy? That.
Yep. Also, I don't think we ever talked about this, but did you know that the one kid, I can't think of his name, Credence? I don't know why I remember that. Credence, like the guy who's played by the Flash in that movie, the one who's all evil or whatever.
Yeah, the guy who had the evil...
Did you know that he didn't die? Like, he didn't die. He's going to be in this movie. He's going to be in Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald.
I'm going to level with you, Adam. I don't remember what happened to that kid at all. I remember
he, like,
very
blew up or
specific
something.
Parts of that movie.
Is one of them
No.
the guy pretending to be a rhino? I remember that.
Nope, I don't remember that. I
remember
they were in the subway. I remember the memory of racing rain.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I remember.
Do you remember the one Muggle guy drinking giggle water, and he is just
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Was
and
like
also
he's still the only character I loved in that movie.
Yeah,
he was hilarious.
Oh, and he bought his bakery with a bunch of eggshells.
Yeah,
because the bank totally accepts eggshells as collateral.
No, they were gold, weren't they?
They were silver or something, but still.
Silver.
You can't walk into a bank and say, "Here's my golden candelabra. I would like to use this as collateral, please." They would tell you to fuck off and go to a pawn shop.
No, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I mean, this is back in the old times where like it was just goods. It's just like, here is a very valuable thing.
We've had money for quite a long time, and this is not 1864. This is not. You can't show up to the thing and say, "Here's the deed to my house for collateral." Although a bank probably would take a deed. Yeah.
I will give you 4 eggs as collateral.
Yeah. Here's a cow. No. Show up with money. No bank anywhere takes eggshells.
Okay, we're getting distracted.
Sorry, yeah. So
by
Fantastic
the fact that...
Beasts and where to not find them, or where to Grindelwald them.
So the first movie obviously was called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
No colon.
Despite the fact that both of us didn't really like the film, I thought it was an acceptable title. I didn't think that the title fit the film very well, but I thought it was an acceptable title by itself.
Actually, yeah, good point. In a vacuum, that was a fine title. It actually didn't apply much to the movie, but whatever.
When I first heard about Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, I thought it was going to be about going to, like, America and going to go find magical
Fantastic
animals.
Beasts?
Like, going to, like, mountains and shit and forests and, like, I don't know, the desert in Nevada.
Did you have the idea of, like, a magical park ranger?
Yeah,
because that's what I thought it was going to be.
I wanted the idea of like Lord of the Rings, except instead of going to Mount Doom, you're traveling across the country looking for magical animals. That sounds really interesting to me. Like,
do you remember?
Like,
okay, all right. Here's the new plot for the movie. I'm just making it up right now. So that that griffin he was supposed to drop off in the wilds of Arizona or whatever that
that shit.
So that's the actual plot of the movie. He's got himself a griffin egg or whatever the hell it is. He needs to drop it off, but there's some poachers coming and they want to get the egg to make, I don't know, griffin omelets or whatever. So they have to avoid them like Jurassic Park 3. There you go.
Dude,
new movie.
There we go.
That sounds Fantastic Beasts.
That sounds much better than here's a really weak ass Harry Potter prequel. And, in the sequel, which has a stupid name that doesn't fit the naming conventions of the previous film, in the sequel, we're gonna bring in young Dumbledore. Like, fuck you. Like, I hate this. Like, I wanted to see if you're gonna name your series Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, I would really like to, at the end of the film, have some idea of where Fantastic Beasts are.
Yeah.
Like, other than in some asshole suitcase. Like that's not an acceptable answer.
Also pocket dimension, just like Odin. Okay, but yeah,
like a lot of pocket dimensions.
The first one was called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. That was the title of the movie. But the second one is just called Fantastic Beasts: the
Crimes of Grindelwald.
Crimes of Grindelwald, whatever. That's like cutting your movie title in half and then using half. Like, imagine if Fast and the Furious cut its title in half for
You can't use Fast and Furious as an example here, dude.
I know. Okay. But, let's say Harry Potter then. Instead of being Harry Potter and the whatever, it was just Harry, Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah, or like Potter, the death of Dumbledore.
Yeah, or whatever. You know, it's like Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them paints a very particular image in your mind. Has nothing to do with the crimes of some dickhole named Grindelwald, unless those
Yes.
crimes are, uh,
I
hunting
don't
animals, I guess.
I don't necessarily have a
Poaching.
problem with a Harry Potter prequel series about Dumbledore and Grindelwald. I don't necessarily hate that. What I hate is that the name in no way reflects that that's what the films are about.
Not even a little bit.
I don't like that. It bothers me. Like, I didn't like Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them primarily because I didn't give a fucking shit about the Grindelwald stuff.
Nope.
I didn't care about like the No-Maj crap.
Nope.
I didn't care about the Credence character
Nope.
who is I don't, what did they call him? I can't seem to remember.
I don't know, a squib.
No, he wasn't a squib. A squib is someone who is born a non-magical person who is born to a magical family. That's a squib.
Was that what he was?
No. He was a magical person who was born to a non-magical, or he was a magical person born to a non-magical family who what am I trying to say? He like was trying to suppress his powers and it like blew up in dangerous ways.
What? No,
Like
that's not what happened. He was trying to get accepted by the guy disguised as Grindelwald because he wanted to be accepted by wizards because he was not a wizard.
No, he was a wizard, or he
No, that's
wanted
why
to
they
be.
hated him. That's why he was second class status, because he wasn't a wizard, but he was born to wizard people.
Is that what it was?
I'm pretty sure that's
No,
what happened.
he definitely had wizard powers.
Yeah, well,
okay,
he
no,
didn't
I
know
think,
that, though.
No, I think he did. Fairly certain he
Well,
did.
nobody else did, because it was a surprise to him when they showed up.
I think you're right. No. He knew that he had powers, but I don't think anyone else did because everyone else just assumed it was the other kid in his family, the one who was adopted by the crazy religious people, right?
You know what?
God,
I
doesn't.
don't remember,
Why are we discussing
and
this?
and I don't really care.
I don't care either.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we're talking about this. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, the point is, I didn't care about him.
No.
I cared about the magical beasts,
Yeah.
and that's really not what I received in that movie.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't like it
the
very
opening
much.
salvo to this movie really does set up what the movie is not about.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you get the
annoying.
suitcase with, like, the little mole thingy, that, like, shiny shit trying to come out, and it's like, oh, alright, it's a movie about Fantastic Beasts, and presumably where to find
liked
them.
that. I thought that whole sequence was good.
Yeah, that's
Everything
fine.
relating-
It's just that everything
Yeah.
after that was distinctly non-magical beast related.
I agree. No, I agree. It was stupid. Anyway, but now we have a sequel that's even more about the stuff that I don't care about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's
They double
Fantastic
down
Beasts,
on
the
the bullshit.
Crimes of Grindelwald. Yeah, they double down on the stuff that I don't care about. If you're gonna make a prequel series about Dumbledore and Grindelwald, call it like, I don't know, Dumbledore and Grindelwald. I don't know.
Adventures
I'm
of
not good at
Dumbledore.
The Adventures of Dumbledore.
You know what?
Or,
Honestly, I'd be way more
Hog-
into a prequel Dumbledore movie than I would Grindelwald versus... What the fuck was his name?
Newt.
Newt, Hufflepuff guy.
Yeah,
any
Newt Scamander.
interaction they have is far below just a Dumbledore movie, and I don't even really care about a Dumbledore movie. But if you gave me the option, I'd pick prequel Dumbledore over Newt versus villain I know nothing about and care so little about.
I'm with you. No, I'm with you. Oh, and another thing is, if you're gonna make a movie called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, I would
Put a
really
fucking
like
Fantastic
it.
Beast in it?
Well, no. I know. We already talked about that. I would just like it if the sequels stuck to that naming convention.
Yeah, I would too.
I would like
But
it
see,
if
they
the next
can't.
one was
They can't
Fantastic
do that,
Beasts,
Adam.
Fantastic Beasts, and how to kill them. Fantastic Beasts and how to train them.
No, see, okay,
Fantastic
all right.
Beasts-
See, they already fucked up day one because they used that name, but they wrote themselves into that little corner because the first movie was very distinctly not about Fantastic Beasts or where to find them, really, since they had already been found.
Yeah,
And
yes,
the second
yes.
one is about the distinctly non-animal related part. So the Fantastic Beasts part really shouldn't be there at all, but they fucked up and used it, so now they're kind of stuck with it. So now
I
they either
guess.
have to abandon it entirely and come up with a new name for these new movies that's also a branching thing and just assume people will catch on, which people would probably get it, but they wouldn't be happy about it. Or they
Yeah.
just stick with the Fantastic Beasts thing and
No, I
hope
know.
that
I get
people
that.
just get okay with
this
that.
all stems from the one main issue, which is that you should not name your series about young Dumbledore and young Grindelwald Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. There's no reason to name it that. That's not what it's even about. Like that's a stupid name for something. Like no. That would be like I want to make the Harry Potter films, but I'm not going to call them Harry Potter and the whatever. I'm going to call it what's that one guy's name? Neville Longbottom and the No Good Terrible Very Bad Day. Like that's going to be the name of my Harry Potter movies. The movies are going to be exactly the same, but I'm going to name them Neville Longbottom and the Terrible No Good Very Bad Day. Like it's dumb and it just raises confusion.
Because I would so see that movie.
You've already seen it.
Oh no! Okay, hang on though. Let's imagine like every movie, but from the perspective of Neville. You know, like all this amazing shit's going on, and like the occasional times when Neville shows up in the story. You know, to like just to get petrified by Hermione,
only time
or to
that would be a good thing would be the last one, because in the last book or movie, whatever, Harry and Ron and Hermione basically just dick around wandering the countryside looking for Horcruxes. Meanwhile, Neville Longbottom is leading a student revolution in Hogwarts, fighting against Headmaster Snape.
See, that's not an interesting
good.
thing to see. What I want to see is Neville sitting in his potions class taking notes. Or going or trying to remember what his Remember-All was supposed to be about. What happened to the Remember-All?
I don't know.
How come that was never brought up again?
Because it's dumb and no one cares.
Well,
because
they made such a big deal out of it.
Neville Longbottom.
They put it in the movie, but it didn't.
I don't know.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it was just to kind of add like a layer of like weirdness and magicalness to.
They already had living frog chocolate. That was pretty weird.
I don't know.
And Harry didn't even get to eat his.
The movie is not about Neville. The movie is about Harry. The fact that Neville had a Remember-All is like just like added like, oh, he has this thing. That's quirky and weird. It's not meant to be something that's important.
I know. I'm trying to find ways to make Neville interesting. It's hard in those early ones.
At the end of the first book or whatever movie, he tries to stop them from going to
that's what I was
wherever.
saying. That was his thing. From his perspective, he's sitting there in the common room like, oh my god, I hope those three don't show up here dicking around. I ain't trying to get grounded or whatever. And then they show up and he's like, god damn it, guys. I can't let you go do that because you're going to get us all busted.
And then he gets paralyzed. And then he gets paralyzed and he sits there for like 4 more hours.
And 20 minutes of him screaming internally as he can't move, looking out his own eyes trapped in his body.
This could be like a great horror film. I think it could work.
Wow.
Maybe.
No.
Probably not. No.
Didn't you see the previews for the new horror movie about the lady who's having sex with her husband and he handcuffs her to the bed and then he dies?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it.
It's that, except without the sex, probably.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Neville was getting him any.
Probably
maybe now. Maybe now he was, because he's got that handsome face. But back in the day, he had a bit of a butt face, so...
Dude, man, have you seen... Neville now is sexy. I don't feel any shame saying that.
No, you're right.
I'm a straight man, but Neville Longbottom now, like the actor, is banging. Like, he's a very attractive man. I'll say it.
That's true. Pulling down all the wizard tail.
Yeah. Okay, we are so moving on now.
What was the name of the girl? Oh, Luna Lovegood.
Luna Lovegood. Yeah.
That was his post-credit scene wife, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Good for you,
I don't know
Neville.
if they actually got together like officially, but like the idea was that they were probably supposed to be getting together. Yeah.
Thank God. Ships is important in my ship sales.
I actually really like Luna. I think she's an interesting character, and I would be okay with her ending up.
She loses shoes a lot. That's all I remember about her.
She's also quirky and weird, and
I remember that part.
Weird shit.
That's not a character trait, though.
Which I find mildly amusing. Not like it's not something I'm like, oh my god, she's so great. I'm just like, that's kind of
kawaii desu.
My waifu. Okay, we're
anyway,
we're moving on. Oh my god. Yes, right. Anyway, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. It's a stupid name, and I'm gonna see it mostly so that I'm gonna make Steve see it too, mostly so we can make fun of it.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be really, really good.
Adam,
maybe, just maybe.
Adam, come on.
I feel the same way about like the Han Solo movie. Like maybe I'll walk out of the Han Solo movie and just be like, "Oh my god, best Star Wars movie I have ever seen." Like maybe it'll happen. Who knows?
I mean,
I'm always
Adam,
an
there's an
optimist,
infinite number of possible universes out there, so maybe, just maybe, that orgasm on screen exists, but
And
I'm
hey,
not gonna
and
hold
you know
my
what?
breath for it.
And of course, you know what that means: Han Solo trilogy. Ah,
Okay, well
yeah.
now you're just making it impossible for yourself. I
Okay, we are moving on to the next bit of news. So, WB, who are widely known for making very sound financial decisions,
yes.
especially when it comes to DC Comics,
Mhm.
they are making an adult-oriented Harley Quinn animated series that's going to be on their own DC streaming service. I don't know if that's the actual name of it, but that's what it is.
What,
And
the
they're
DC streaming
hoping.
service or the adult-oriented Harley Quinn cartoon?
Oh,
Because
well,
probably
both
not that
actually.
one.
Probably not. And also, they're hoping to have Margot Robbie from Suicide Squad reprise her role as Harley.
Is she gonna be the
I
voice of Harley now?
That's the idea,
Because I
yeah.
kind of
At
like the
least
Batman animated series voice for Harley. I was okay
me
with
too.
that. We should just stick
I
with
was.
that one.
Okay. I know that Suicide Squad is bad, and we all want to make fun of it because that's what we do.
Well, no, it's not. It's not that. It's not that she was bad in Suicide Squad or whatever. Because she was fine in Suicide Squad. It's just
I
that
liked her in
I
Suicide
don't like
Squad.
change, and
Oh,
I'm
for
perfectly
God's sake.
content with the voice we have for
I
Harley
mean,
Quinn
they already
now.
changed the voice. They've changed the voice plenty of times. They had the what's the Bernadette, I think Bernadette from Big Bang Theory played her in the what was it? It's like Batman versus Harley Quinn or something like that.
Yeah,
It's like
I
a
didn't see
Batman
that
and
one,
Harley
so I'll
Quinn.
take your word for it. But
Yeah, it happened.
there's not too many things out there that have that sort of list. But Batman and his rogue gallery have a very defined voice set. They have what is the quintessential voice for all of them. Joker's got one, Batman's got one,
Harley Quinn.
and Harley Quinn's got one. Even
I don't agree. I don't agree. At least about Harley Quinn. I don't agree about Harley Quinn. I've heard many different voice actresses do Harley Quinn, and I thought they all were pretty good.
well,
I
just
mean, did
ask
you know
yourself who they used in the Arkham games.
it wasn't the same person? The person who played her in the Arkham games was not the person who played her in the animated series.
Yeah, but it was for the Batman though. That's what matters.
Oh yeah, for Batman, yeah.
That's what I'm talking
God,
about.
of
I'm talking
course.
about Batman.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with you about Batman. There's only one voice for Batman. It's Kevin Conroy. Yeah, no, I'm talking about Harley Quinn.
Okay.
That's who I'm talking
All
about.
right, fine.
And they change her all the time. I'm
All right,
fine with
fine.
them doing it again. But no, yeah, Joker and Batman are Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. That's just that. That's it. Like you're done. Like you don't need to have anybody else play the roles basically ever again. Like you're good.
And until they
Until
die.
either until they're dead or they don't want to do it anymore because they hate everything. Then those are the only times. Like if they don't want to do it or they're dead. If Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy are willing to voice their characters, you have them voice their characters. Okay? Can we make that as a rule? That's a
You got
rule
my
now.
vote. I'm not gonna hear complaint from me.
Great, good.
Okay, so back to the I almost said
Right, yeah.
Netflix, but back to the DC streaming service, fucking adult
God.
themed Harley Quinn show.
So okay.
My
I don't want to
question,
s- Oh,
my
God,
question
here we
is
go.
how adult themed?
I don't want to seem lewd, but I have a similar
Porn?
question. Like, how much is this
Porn?
gonna be adult oriented? Like, are we
Boobs?
talking yeah, boobs? Are we talking like softcore animated porn? Like what are the
Because
levels here?
in the Batman v Suicide Squad or whatever that animated movie was that they did a little while ago, Harley and Deadshot totally went to town, and like,
Did they?
yeah, they did, and it was,
It's a good time.
well, I mean, it wasn't like hentai, but it was definitely like there's sexual congress happening somewhere in this room, and it's
I mean-
I don't know how. I don't know how adult is it just mean like swear words,
Yeah.
It's like, all right,
I
fine,
mean, if
but
that's
they
all it
expressed
is-
adult themes, so
if it's all just swear words and stuff, I could live with that. But if they want to do like a more sexual one, I mean, obviously Harley Quinn is a sexual character, so if they wanted to go that route, that's the character to do it with. The only other one I think would be better would be Poison Ivy. It's kind of hard to do Poison Ivy justice without talking about her sexuality. Like, like she kind of has to be sexy. So,
well,
I don't
she doesn't
know.
have to be. Just because she has a lipstick that controls men's minds when she kisses them, you think that makes her a sexual character, you fiend?
Well, just a bit.
I mean, but that's as far as they could go with her, I think. I don't think they would actually have her,
Yeah, probably not.
fucking
probably
a plant or whatever.
Oh my God.
Although they could have her doing the bumper buddies with Harley Quinn, since they are lady lovers.
They are.
Yeah.
I knew that they were close in the comics. I didn't know if they were lovers.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I wouldn't mind if they had Harley be like together with Poison Ivy.
But then you got to put
this
Poison
animated
Ivy in the
series.
show, and then it's like,
Yeah.
Is she okay? Is Harley I guess it kind of matters. Is Harley the hero or the villain of the story?
I'm guessing probably anti-hero.
Okay,
like,
probably,
she's the
because that's her new modern
protagonist.
interpretation. So I'm just kind of wondering how, how,
Yeah, I'm just guessing.
I don't know.
We don't know anything about
Yeah.
this
Other
series,
than it's
so.
adult themed, apparently.
Yes, ooh.
Which could mean anything from they say damn on TV to
I'm curious
light petting.
about this. I don't know. Yeah, it could be anything, really. But yeah, I'm curious about this. I don't think I'm going to be getting the
no.
DC streaming
Hell
service.
no.
Like, there's a very, very low chance of that happening. Like, unless they have something really good, like, that I'd consider it. But
okay, to be
I don't
fair, DC does, like, totally crush it on the animated movies.
Yeah.
Like,
Which, it's
Flashpoint's
so
really
weird.
good, and
it's so
the
weird
new
how that
one-
works.
Isn't
Like,
it,
I
though?
just think it's bizarre that DC's animated films are great and Marvel's animated films are primarily trash.
Primarily.
Like, it's so weird because it's so backwards to what it is in the live
Right?
action scene. It's so like
And
like
you can
flip-flopped.
kind of tell just by looking at them, because Marvel has probably like 30 interpretations of the Avengers in cartoon form, and DC's got like maybe five interpretations of the Justice League. But all those interpretations are good. The Justice League cartoon was awesome. I guess you can count Teen Titans in there, but I'm not going to for the purpose of this exercise. The Flashpoint movies were all really good. Brave and the Bold and The Batman were both okay. I don't know how people feel about those, but I thought they were all right.
I liked Brave and the Bold just because like I don't want all of my I don't like all of my Batman shows to be super serious. Like I like it when something
Brave
tries
and
to
the
be
Bold was
different.
basically just a cartoon version of Adam West's Batman. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it for what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like they really crush it with those things. I mean, whether they're being super serial or not, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've heard that some of the Spider-Man animated series are pretty good, but there's like 6 of them.
There's a lot of them. I think
and
2 of them
like
are on
that.
Netflix currently.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
didn't even know that.
I don't even remember what movie it was anymore, but it came packaged with 1 episode of like a really weird CG, like a really early
I
CG
have that too.
Spider-Man
what was that
cartoon.
movie? Yeah, I saw that. I watched that. I have the DVD at my parents' house somewhere. I have to go find it.
I don't remember what
yeah,
I just remember the
it was
one
really
episode
weird.
had Kraven the Hunter and Silver Sable in it, I think.
That was it.
I
yes.
think.
I saw that shit. I swear to God.
And
I did.
and I actually did find that show later, and I remember watching it. I don't remember if it was good or not, but I remember finding it later. And they also did, in that almost like an updated version of that art style, like an Iron Man show, but like young Iron Man. Did you ever see that?
No, I did.
It was
I didn't know
Iron
about that
Man,
one.
but it was like, what if Iron Man became Iron Man when he was a teenager kind of thing? Because like
That's
Rhodey was a
weird.
teenager too, and Pepper was there as a teenager as well. It wasn't bad, honestly, but the Mandarin was the bad guy, except like the actual Mandarin, not like a guy being an
the
actor
real
called the
Mandarin,
Mandarin, although he was also a teenager. But I don't know. But that's what the hell are we talking about? Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah. So
I don't even know what else to say about
lotion.
it. I'm mildly curious, but it's not enough to get me to get their streaming service.
Oh, hell no.
So I'm
Hell
just gonna
no.
kind of give it a pass.
Oh, I remember where I was going with that.
For
It's
now.
like, oh yeah, DC makes good movies. So if you wanted
Yeah.
to have access to their movies, if they made them enough, I suppose then it would be worth
Oh
getting.
yeah, that's another thing.
That's
It's
what I
another
was
thing
trying
that
to
could
say.
something that could totally make this streaming service work is like it kind of like with the Disney thing where if they put everything that they have on there, like all of their animated films, all of their live action films, including the old ones, all of their TV shows.
Well, I can't
like,
wait to see Superman the movie from 1963 or whatever,
No.
where he throws a cellophane S. Absolutely.
I would watch that. Well, it would be cool if it was all together in one place. Yeah. Like that would actually be kind of awesome if they did that. I don't know if they can or if they would. I feel like they'd still want to split it up into like 5 or 6 different services just to fuck people.
Just to nickel and dime people. But
yeah, exactly.
I mean, that I'd be down for something like I don't know if I'd pay for it. Like I just admire other people who had it, but you know, yeah. I think that'd be probably the best way to do it because you know you'd have like Justice League and Justice League Unlimited together as well as like. I mean, I don't know who owns the rights to Teen Titans and Static Shock anymore, but those things could be in there.
Static Shock! I want that. That would be awesome.
That was a DC thing, kind of.
I know it was.
And Young Justice could be there, thank God. Oh, that was one I forgot. Young Justice.
Yeah, that one.
That's still the same Justice League from the most modern movies. It's the same like characters, you know. It's like
really?
It's the same canon,
awesome.
Yeah. But
that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, before Flashpoint, I don't know anymore because they changed it.
Oh. Yeah, right. That's weird.
I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, so
DC's
we're
good
moving
at animating, basically. That's what I'm
saying.
We
are moving on. This is a news story that's more for me than Steve, because I don't know, Steve doesn't really care.
I don't.
But Mystery Science Theater, The Return, the new one, is getting another season.
Electric Boogaloo.
And I am very excited about this. But I kind of wanted to take this opportunity to talk about something related to Mystery Science Theater. So I don't know if you remember this, Steve, but Mystery Science Theater had a Kickstarter. You probably remember that.
I do remember that, yes.
Okay.
Did you support that one?
I did. I paid a lot of money into it, more than I probably should. I actually had money at the time. This was like 2 years ago, so. But anyway.
Fair enough.
So I paid a lot of money into this Kickstarter way back when, and as a part of that, I got one of the rewards that I got to choose. I got to choose between a Blu-ray box set of the series, or I got to choose that or the mystery gift. And they didn't say what the mystery gift was, but they did say...
A mystery gift could be anything, even a boat.
Exactly. But they did say that the mystery gift was going to be, quote, worth it. And
well, that's subjective as balls.
Like, I know. And what I ended up doing was I picked the mystery gift.
Yeah.
But then after the Kickstarter was over, they had like add-on rewards, so you could like after the Kickstarter's done, you could just buy the rewards separately. And so I did that. I picked the mystery gift and I bought the Blu-ray as an add-on. So I ended up spending like over $200 on this. God
damn, Adam.
I know.
You better get your name in the credits, Christ.
I did get my name in the credits, actually.
Oh.
Like straight up. Like if you watch the very first episode on Netflix, you can see my name in the credits.
Oh. All right, that's kind of kick-ass.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's pretty awesome, actually.
Just tell your kids you were part of that show. Tell them you made it.
So I haven't talked about it, but a couple of weeks ago, I got the mystery gift. And would you like to know what it is, Steve?
Is it a bobblehead of the robot?
It's a Funko Pop! It's a Funko Pop! I hate Funko Pops.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't worth it at all.
I hate them so much. I have never bought a Funko Pop, and up until very recently, I was the proud not owner of a Funko Pop ever. I have never, ever bought or owned a Funko Pop, but now I am the unfortunate owner of this shitty... It's right in front of me. I'm holding it as
Hang on. Is it in the box still?
It is still in the box.
Sell that shit, because it's...
Oh, no. That's the kind of the good thing. So... Not only is this Funko Pop have a signed certificate saying that it is one of, what is the number? I can't even see it. 2,900. So there are 2,900 of these Funko Pops. My one, I can actually see the number, is 1,708. That is the number that I have.
Okay.
And it's a signed certificate certifying it as an official Kickstarter Funko Pop, and it is a combination one where there's two robots in the series, and what this one is it's one of those robots with the other one's paint scheme. It was a Funko Pop that was made exclusively for the Kickstarter backers.
Oh, okay.
It's ugly as sin.
Are there Funko Pops of both of those guys normally?
Yes.
Okay.
There are Funko Pops of both of them.
But this one's special because it's Robot A with Robot B's paint job.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's ugly as sin.
And it's ugly as sin, and I hate it. But I looked it up on eBay, and it is worth $300.
Oh, ching, profit.
So yes, I spent like $220 some, and I'm gonna sell that shit for $300. And I still have my Blu-ray. I still have my poster. I still have all the other rewards I got.
Well, there you go.
And I get to sell this monstrosity. So on the one hand, and I forgot, this is something else that's really funny. So remember those add-on rewards I told you about?
Yeah.
Like, after the Kickstarter was over, you could buy to, yeah, anyway. Anybody who got the mystery gift as an add-on reward did not receive it. They somehow like messed up and like the master list of all of the Funko Pop orders that they had to send to the Funko Pop factory. Somehow the people who got it as an add-on reward weren't included in that master list.
Oh.
And not only does that mean that they don't get their Funko Pop, but it also means that they don't get their Funko Pop until spring of next year at the very earliest, because they have to put in the order again.
Hell yeah, artificial rarity.
And they cannot I can't speak. They cannot get a refund for that because they already spent everybody's money on making the new show. So it sucks for basically everybody except for me, because I get to sell this horrific plastic monstrosity that is taking up shelf space for $300 motherfucking dollars. Probably. I'll probably sell it for less than that, but still.
Just throw it up there with the buy it now thing and just say, go, take it from me. Take it off my... Find whatever the lowest price is, match it, and just get rid of it.
Dude, I'm gonna like shoot for 300, and then if no one buys, I'll lower it.
The hype train's gonna come crashing down on that thing. I promise you. That's a very niche market
this
you're trying
box,
to sell to.
This box has not even been opened, not once. I have not even opened it. It is in pristine condition, and I am going to sell it.
There you go, viewers out there. Adam's selling his hideous Funko Pop thing for that Mystery Science Theater 3000. So if you want to be the proud owner of an overpriced piece of plastic limited edition style, Adam can hook you up.
Oh yeah, send me an email or don't, or just comment on this video. That's fine too. But
and while you're at it, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, please. Oh God, please.
Wow.
My God, though.
That is hilarious though. That like, okay, I kind of get it, right? Because it's like a collectible thing, and they've kind of those Funko Pop guys have basically established themselves as the primo collectible of any sort of pop culture anything. So it's got collectability from people who like the Mystery Science Theater, people who like weird, unique things, and people who just want all the Funko Pops. So I like those are probably the same people who got the special edition miscolored Dragon Ball Z one that for Vegeta that came out like once.
You know, that's funny that you say that, because mine actually has a slight blemish on it.
No. Like, it was... in like, the first episode that Vegeta was shown in, his colors were different. Like, because they hadn't finalized this thing.
Wow. Seriously?
Yeah. So
that's so dumb.
Yeah, so they made a Funko Pop of his alternate color scheme, where his head was red, or his hair was red, and...
Wow.
Yeah, but whatever. So there was one of those floating around for a while. But... yeah, so there's a little intersection of the Venn diagram there of people who want to buy that thing from you. But that is not what I would have thought would have been a reward, because that does not speak to me as a...
not even a little
fan
bit.
Of
like,
the show, if I was one, which I'm not, that wouldn't
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that I can sell it and make money off of this. Like, that, I'm glad that I can sell it.
Okay, but what if you were like a fan of Sesame Street or something, and they sent you like a Bert one, but with like Ernie's shirt on? Like, would that be something that you'd be excited about?
No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't be excited about that.
I'm genuinely insulted that they had the gall to say that this is worth it as a mystery gift. And nothing else was a mystery. This is the only mystery gift, because in my opinion, they must have known that no one would want this. But they tricked me and everybody else into getting this stupid piece of shit. And I'm so mad.
Only you and 2,899 other people.
2,900 other people.
Well, no, because that would be... It's 2,899 other people.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But yes. See, what I would have thought they would have done, and what bugs me about it, if I would have had it, would have been the alternate colors. So I would have just made a unique one of one of the robots or both of the robots, like a package set or something, and just sold those and then just not sell them, That's what I would have done, because at the very least, if I'm going to get one of those things as a prize, I want it to look like the actual thing, not like some sort of hideous amalgam of them, like from the fusion dimension.
Yeah. I actually would have preferred it if they had taken the head of one of them and put it on the body of the other one. I think that would have been at least something somewhat more interesting and creative than just one of them with a different color scheme. That to me is boring.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if they didn't actually know what the mystery gift was, and then the Funko Pop people called them up and said, "Hey, we fucked up and put the wrong colors on 3,000 of these," and they were like, "I know what to do."
Right? I just don't get this shit at all. I don't understand why.
Which robot is the body?
It's Crow. I don't know if you know who that is.
I'm trying to visualize what they look like. Is he the yellow one?
Okay. The yellow one, yeah. The yellow one is the body, and the other one... So it's the yellow one's body, but it has a white and red color scheme.
Weird.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just albino. Maybe you're being rude.
No, he's not albino. His head is red. The only parts that are white on him are his his limbs and his eyes. Oh, and his mouth as well.
That actually sounds really terrifying to look at. Some kind of horrific. Like rabbits with the red eyes. And how they're super scary.
No, his eyes are white.
But his head is red.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
weird.
Dumb.
I don't know.
It's
okay.
Ugly.
Not a fan. I don't know, man. I think you got a bad prize.
I do. I agree with you. I think it's a bad prize, and I'm insulted that they thought that anybody would be satisfied with this.
Well, somebody probably is. Somebody was
sure
"Oh my god, I finally got what I wanted."
The crazy weirdo Funko Pop collectors out there. Sorry, not sorry.
I'm
sorry.
Actually...
I hate them. I think they're... It's one, I have action figures. I understand collecting action figures, but Funko Pops to me are just awkward, weird, creepy, and I just don't understand the hype. They're not cute to me. They're just creepy. They're just weird, and I don't like them.
I have a couple. I don't hate them. I think really what people like about the Funko Pops is that they're they have a unified art style, So
yeah.
That's what people like about them. I think is they're from different stuff. It's like putting shit on your Sackboy,
I guess.
I think that's what people like about him. You could have your Jack and Daxter one next to your Breaking Bad one next to your Liliana from Magic the Gathering one, and they would all have a uniform art scheme, and that's what they would fit on a shelf together.
I guess I can kind of see that. I appreciate that it does have a unified art scheme. It's just, for me personally, I don't like the art scheme. I just think it looks silly.
Then yeah, that's not going to do it for you.
Yeah, I just don't like it. It's too cutesy and weird and creepy looking, in my opinion.
You don't like what about the big ones, like the Diva one? They made it
the big
the
ones. Some of the big ones are decent, I'll admit. I've seen a few Funko Pops here and there that I'm just like, oh, that kind of fits that style really well. I like that.
Yeah, actually,
but it's speaking of
Magic ones, they made a giant Nicol Bolas one, like a big one, and I want it really bad because it looks super fun. He's a dragon, by the way, but he looks looks like what would happen if Disney drew a dragon, but he looks like a Barney character. I don't know. It's funny. I wanted it, but
all right.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Anyway, so I was kind of getting sidetracked by talking about my Funko Pop dilemma, but Mystery Science Theater is getting another
20
season.
minutes on that.
Despite all of this, I'm excited for the new season, and I still haven't actually finished the old season. That's just because it's a show I can only watch when I'm in the mood for it. I can't just do it whenever I want. It's hard to explain, but
I must be the same way because I saw 30% of one episode of it, and I decided I didn't want to watch it anymore.
I can understand.
So I must not have been in the mood then.
It's not for everybody. It's okay. I'm not mad about it. It's like it's a weird show. Anyway, so we're moving on to the next bit of news, which is our last piece of news. So, Deus Ex, like the video game series, is apparently not dead, and it's not on the extended hiatus.
Just put it down.
That it was on.
Put a gun to its head.
Really?
Look at the rabbits, Lenny.
I don't agree with you at all. I like the Deus Ex series, though I have not played the new one
until my like was pimped out for cash.
I will admit that I haven't played the new one, so it's hard for me to really judge it.
You got finished playing the good one probably.
Yeah, I only played the good one.
Yeah,
the whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Called. That's why you haven't felt the sting of betrayal when you got to the final boss and thought, wait, that was the boss? That was the end of the game?
I feel bad. Like, I like the series. I think it has a lot of potential, and I like how different it is.
Squandered it all, like a mathlete doing drugs.
But the Square Enix, the guys who make it, were saying that yes, it's true that we're not currently making another one because they're busy doing other things. It doesn't mean that the series is dead. They're planning on coming back to it.
Is that what people think? Actually,
what do you mean?
Like just in general, like if somebody's not working on a game, do people just or anything, a movie too? Do people just assume that franchise is over?
Not necessarily.
Because I don't think that. Unless it's been years.
I think it depends. I mean, video games are kind of this weird thing where, like, whenever you make, especially like a series of games, like whenever you release a game, it's kind of common knowledge that you're already working on the next one.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course, but
thing.
That kind of thing gets canceled if it doesn't do well. But I usually just assume, like, if it didn't tank entirely, then there's a good chance we'll see it again. Except for Half-Life. Everybody get over it. Half-Life is dead. That's been over for a long time. But
yeah, I
imagine
like
we're going to see Overwatch for a long time still, and I imagine that we're going to see. I never once thought Ratchet and Clank was dead, despite there being huge gaps in between the games.
That's true.
Because they always perform.
God damn, do I want another Ratchet and Clank?
Damn, I know.
Like, I loved the last one we got, but like it didn't quite satisfy.
No,
like, I wanted more.
It was too short.
It was too short. It was too short, and like they like neutered Ratchet, and they made him all action hero-y, and like I just like, god damn it, like I want more. Disappointing. I mean, not really. It was great, but still. No, but I agree with you that it's kind of a weird thing with video games where like there are some games like Call of Duty. I'm pretty sure there's always like at least 3 Call of Duties being made at any given time. Like they're always working on more. They have like 3 different studios that just work on Call of Duty games year in and year out. It's crazy. And like another one is Assassin's Creed. Like they start working on Assassin's like I'm pretty sure that the latest one, Origin, or Origins, I don't even know anymore. I'm pretty sure that's been can't speak today. Jesus Christ. That has been in development for like 4 years. Like it's like they take a long time to make. Whenever a new Assassin's Creed comes out, they're already making like 3 other ones at the same time. It's weird how that works. But anyway, Deus Ex. I like Deus Ex, personally. I would like more. Even though, according to you and most other people, that the last one was pretty disappointing, I think that there's still hope left.
It's fine, I suppose. Whatever.
Okay. Just, alright. So that'll be it. So we are now moving on to my humble opinion. And I will let you go first, Steve. Do you have one?
No, I don't have any free time.
Oh, no.
I've been playing Stick of Truth, but I'm only in like 5 hours in. I can't make a judgment call about that.
Right.
It's good, though.
Well, mine's going to be something I've only played for like 3 hours.
Yeah, well, I don't feel... Okay, fine. Then I'll talk about Stick of Truth then. In my humble opinion, Stick of Truth's real good. It's... If you like South Park, you like Stick of Truth. Basically. Wow. If you like RPGs, you'll probably like it too. It's basically on par with Pokemon as far as complicated RPG goes. It's easy mode because like you can hit stuff, but you can also use an item every turn without sacrificing your attack. So you always get to heal and swing at them. Plus your partner can always do their partner ability for free, and still attack. So it's like, especially if you got Butters, who's the best sidekick probably in the game, as far as I can tell anyway, because he's a paladin and he heals you for free every turn.
Damn, that's awesome.
So I mean, like, yeah, I haven't lost a fight yet. You know, it hasn't really even come close.
Well, all right then. Anything
But it's
else
good.
to say about it?
But it's good though.
It's
And
good.
I'm gonna
It's
play
good. I
that
like
one
it.
to finish, and then I'm gonna do Fractured Butthole.
Which one's first? I always forget.
Stick of Truth is first.
Okay, so you're playing the first one. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
That's the fantasy one, and then the Fractured Butthole is the superhero one.
Got it. Okay. I don't know a lot about them. I know that a lot of people liked Stick of Truth. Like, I heard it was good, but, like, I've never been a huge South Park fan, so I just never bothered.
A lot of the stuff that happens in this game, like, there's a lot of stuff in the background that's basically just like, oh, I remember that from that episode. If you haven't actually seen the show, it's like playing any Simpsons game. A lot of that shit's just gonna fly right over your head.
Yeah,
you know?
That makes sense.
Like, do you know what the crab people are?
No
or
idea.
Or the underpants gnomes?
No.
See, that shit's just gonna fly right over your head.
So I should go ahead and watch, like,
all
South Park
seasons of South Park.
Yeah, just spend like a dozen hours, spend like 3 weeks just solidly watching South Park without stopping, and then
you'll
I can
understand.
play those games.
And it's not like I've seen every episode either, but I mean, I get a lot of the references at least.
Maybe I should just get like the highlight reel.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, it's really good. I mean, that doesn't affect the story at all. Like the
right. It's just like background stuff.
Yeah, that like you'll open up a closet and it'll be like, oh, like one of the boys' closets in their room. You'll be like, oh, look at all this shit from all the different episodes it's from. Here's the Awesome-O costume that Cartman put on that one time and shit. And it's like, oh, I remember that from that episode.
What about the Coon? I've seen that.
That's the new one. That's Fractured Butthole.
Damn it.
Although there is a Coon reference in Stick of Truth as well. There's a Who's the Coon on a poster on one of the town boards or something. But
Gotcha.
Whatever. So yeah, it's good stuff. But I have nothing else to say about it because I'm barely into it. I've been abducted by aliens and anally probed. That was kind of interesting.
Well, are you good then, or you want to have to say anything else?
But yeah, I'm done.
Okay. All right. Cool. So I have been playing Assassin's Creed Origins, and in my humble opinion, it is pretty damn good.
Well, I mean, good.
I mean, okay, I'm completely biased. I haven't gotten a new Assassin's Creed game in 2 years, so like, it's just nice to do that again. That being said, I do have a couple of complaints. I haven't finished it by any means. Like, I'm still very early in the story. I think I've basically finished like the first act or so, maybe. Like I've played it for about like 3 or 4 hours. That being said, I still have a few things to talk about. First of all, my biggest complaint so far is I do not like the way the story is being told. It's not that it's a bad story. So basically, you play as this Egyptian guy whose your son is killed, and then you go on this revenge quest to kill the 5 guys who killed him. Basically,
all right. That sounds a lot like Assassin's Creed 2.
Yes, it does.
The other way around.
Yes, it does. And see, the weird thing about it is like the way, like I said, the way the story is told. So the game begins and you see yourself. There's no dialogue, and you see yourself, and you're hanging out with this woman who I can only assume is your wife, and your son's there, and then this pharaoh guy, I'm assuming it's the pharaoh, walks by. The pharaoh, like it's like a parade thing. The pharaoh looks at you, you look at the pharaoh, and then the pharaoh has like a bad look on his face, like he looks angry or something. And then it cuts away.
It's probably because you told him to let your people go.
Or something, I don't know. And then it fast forwards, and suddenly there's like a bunch of bloody people, like a bunch of people are fighting.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like, oh, okay. And then suddenly you're fighting against this masked dude, and it's just like, and I'm just like, oh, okay, who is this? And it's like the combat prologue. It's like, this is how you block.
Oh, okay, sure. This is how you counterattack. The most important thing from any Assassin's Creed game.
No. There is no countering in this game.
Oh?
They completely changed the combat.
How do you win the fights then?
You hold R1 to block, and you attack by pressing R1. Or wait, I said that wrong. You hold L1 to block, and you attack by pressing R1, and you can get rid of their shields, like do like a shield bash thing by pressing R2. And
so instead of being all counterattacks, it's
whenever
now just...
whenever they attack, you can either block it with your shield, which only sometimes works depending on what attack they use, or you can dodge it by pressing square, and then like you like do this kind of like this like juke out of the way, and then you can attack them when you juke. And it's really weird, and I'm not used to it, but I don't hate the combat yet because I'm getting better at it. It's just completely different from previous Assassin's Creed games. So like my initial thought was, what the fuck is this shit? This isn't what I signed up for. This isn't what I wanted.
Yeah, this isn't standing there and hitting the square button to counterattack and instant kill everyone.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I can't just hold R1 and press square every few seconds to win every fight? What the hell is this shit?
Exactly. Hidden blades, go, insta kill.
Exactly. It's also much harder too, which is interesting. And like your gear has like stats, and you have stats, like it's like an RPG now.
Oh,
and if you're going up against people who are significantly higher than you, you basically can't kill them.
Yep.
Like they completely wreck your shit almost instantly.
Is this one of those things where you got to go around finding all the different little armbands and shoes that give you slight bonuses to everything?
Not exactly.
I got the anklet of +1 defense or something.
Not exactly. So wait. I'll get to that in a second. I'll talk about that aspect of the game in a second. I want to talk about the story. So they fast forward, and in this combat tutorial, I'm fighting against this masked dude. I have no idea who this masked dude is, and my character Bayek is saying some nonsense about like, I've been trying to kill you for a long time. I will get my revenge. And then
to the masked guy.
To the masked guy, yeah, the masked guy, whoever the hell he is. And then I kill him. At the end of the combat tutorial, you kill him. And then Bayek has like this tattoo on his arm. It's like 5 tattoos of different animals because all of the masked guys, their masks are different animals, which is stupid.
Like Egyptian gods.
Yeah, like Egyptian gods. So the first one, I think he's the Heron? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. The first one I kill, and then Bayek, like, with his knife, like, scratches out his tattoo on his arm. Which is, kind of weird. Yeah, I agree. And then...
Well, it's a good thing that those guys have, like, convenient identifying animal features.
No kidding. So I kill this dude, and then I leave, and my friend is there, and he's like, "Oh, Bayek, I haven't seen you in like a year. Did you get your revenge?" And I'm just like, "No, I did just kill one of them, but I haven't killed all of them yet." And he's just like, "Oh, okay, well, you should come back to the city with me." And then like it's like this big thing where it's like I haven't been to the city in like a year. Like it's like a homecoming thing, but it takes like 5 seconds to get to the city. Like the city is like 3 blocks away. Like it's very, very close.
Like I can see it from here.
Like you can literally, like, you walk out this cave and you can just see the city right over there. And it's just like, oh yeah, I haven't been there in a year.
That's not much exile then. Like that's...
Yeah, like no kidding. Which I thought was really weird. So then me and my friend,
it's like camping in your front yard.
Yeah, exactly. It's like camping in your front yard and then going back inside your house and being like, "Oh my god, I missed this place so much."
Oh, plumbing! I forgot what that was like. I've been in the wilds too long.
Yeah, exactly. So then I'm following along with my friend guy whose name I can't remember and I don't give a shit about. And he's just like, "Yeah, it's been a long time. Things have changed. Like, there's a bunch of guards in the city now. They're like, I think, Romans? I don't know.
They would be Romans, yes.
Or Greeks? I think they might be. Yeah.
They'd be Romans.
Romans, yeah. They're like, yeah, there are all these Romans here now. They're shitty. I don't like them. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I don't like
conquering forces are generally not approved of.
Yeah, precisely. And so then, like, he's just like, "Oh, you're still trying to kill those masked guys? Well, there's one in town." And I was just like, I have to go kill them. Or kill him. And then he's just like, "Well, you kind of suck and your armor is trash, so you should probably upgrade your armor a few times." And now I'll talk about that. So the way that you do the armor is, so there's like 4 different things, right? There's your, what is it? There's your arrow, what's the word? Arrow inventory, your ranged attack damage, and there's your combat damage, which is like a glove on your hand, and there is what's the last thing? I can't. Oh, and then there's your defense, which is like you can like different pieces of armor you can put on your chest.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that you get new ones is you have to craft them, and the way you craft them is just by going out and hunting and killing animals. Like you get like
Is that
9.
you, Far Cry?
Yeah, it's weird. It's a lot like Far Cry, yeah. And then there are other pieces of inventory, like you can have different weapons, and each weapon has different stats and different, like some weapons are super fast, but you can't block with them, and other weapons are like super powerful, but they're slow. You know the deal. You know how this works.
Like the big tomahawkable axe from the second game, which was awesome.
Yeah, a lot like that. But the real big thing here is that I can't speak. I'm having the worst time speaking today. What the really big thing here is that the weapons are upgradable, and as you gain levels, you can pay money to have your weapons be upgraded to your level. So, like, let's say that I find a sword that I really like. I like the balance of it. I like the way it works. I like the animations, whatever, what have you. I can keep that sword for the entire game, and it will never be like bad. Like, it will never be so bad that I have to replace it with something else. I can just keep upgrading it.
All right.
Like every time I level up.
Cool, but all right. Well, hang on. Whatever. Let's just assume, for argument's sake, that sword has, I don't know, 1s in all the important stats or whatever.
Yeah.
And let's say you upgraded it to bring it up to 2s because you leveled up or whatever.
Yeah.
If you found a sword that was already at 2s and everything, and you leveled it up to beat your level, would it not be at 3s then?
No. So every sword has a level. So like right now I'm level.
Are they all equivocal? Like, does every
mean?
sword do the exact same amount of damage?
Not exactly. Yes, if every sword is at the same level, like it
Oh.
does the same amount of damage.
Okay, gotcha. I thought this
Yeah.
was like a Borderlands deal where everything's got stats, and yeah, you can find higher level versions of things at your level later that'll be better than the ones at your level now, because like they're just inherently better because they're new.
Yeah,
But
it's not
I'm
like
with you
that.
now. I'm with you
You
now.
can upgrade your shit at any time.
So you
and
could use the same sword that you started the game with the entire game?
Yes, if you want to. Yes.
Okay.
That being said, there are different tiers of weapons, and like whenever you go to the next tier, like they have different colors.
Okay, see,
and,
that's what I'm
like,
talking about. Because
Okay, yeah. I know. That's the only difference is that like there are some weapons that are at a higher tier. The damage is the same, but they have different perks.
Oh, okay.
So like a common weapon is just white and it doesn't have any perks.
It's a beat
and then
stick.
like an uncommon weapon is like blue and it has 1 perk. And then like a rare weapon is purple and has 2 perks. Usually the perks are pretty minimal, like they're not like game breaking.
Are they like
so
X percentage plus to something or something like that?
Yeah, it's like
I hate those.
extra 10. It's stupid things like like an extra 10% to ranged attacks or something like that.
I'm sure there's somebody out there who's like, oh my god, finally 10% more, whatever. But I'm sitting here like, are the rest of the impactful things cool? Because I'll sacrifice 10% for, whatever.
Well, that's just it. The whole point of it is to allow you to basically pick and choose whatever weapon you want to have. Like, if I decide that the weapon they give me in the beginning of the game is a weapon I really like and I don't want anything else, I can just use that.
Right.
It doesn't have any perks,
Well,
but the perks are so minimal that it doesn't really matter anyway.
Okay, there's a thing in Stick of Truth right now that's kind of related to this. So I have a sword in there. This is a turn-based thing, but there's like rows and columns. So there can be 3 columns and 3 rows, I think, at a time, for a total of 9 people on screen at once, or 9 enemies. And the sword I have damages everybody in the row. So if I hit the guy in the front, the back 2 also take the damage.
Oh yeah, that's another thing is the way that, at least in Origins, like if I have like a really big sword and I make a big sweeping arc with it, I can hit like as many guys as are in that arc. Like,
okay.
I could just hit one guy, or I can hit like 4 dudes with it. Like, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But no, it doesn't have like an effect where it's like if I hit one dude, like,
no, that's not what I'm saying.
He can't stumble
that's not what
back
I'm saying.
and like hit. Oh, okay. Then
what I'm saying is that I have that, and I sacrifice the sword that's inherently more damaging later because it does not have that effect. I got one later down the line that numbers wise is just outright better. But I like being able to hit more than one person, so I'm keeping the weaker one because it hits more than one person, which is what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, that's not exactly how it works. I guess kind of. The way it works in with this game is just that like every weapon is different and there's a lot of variety and like they do different things right now I have these two weapons that it's like this sword and like this short sword that goes along with it, and I can just wreck fucking guys, but I can't block because I can't hold my shield while I'm holding two swords.
Can't you block with a sword?
Yes, but it doesn't work as well. And you can't block like arrows. That's another thing, is there are like enemies have ranged weapons.
Can't even block an arrow with a sword?
Yeah, he's not a goddamn Jedi.
Just cut it in half. Just turn it into sawdust.
But I actually really like the crafting system and the way the swords and weapons work and stuff. I think it works really well where it allows me to stick to a weapon I like if I want to, but it also gives me a ton of different variety and I can upgrade it anytime, and it's great. I really like the way that works. However, so to go back into, I use this opportunity to talk about that. So to go back into the story thing I was complaining about. So this guy is like, okay, so, you got to upgrade your shit and then you can go and take the guy on. So I'm just like, okay, I guess. And so then I upgrade my shit. I do a bunch of side missions. I level up. I get a bunch of new ability points and get all kinds of crazy shit. And it's great. And then I go and I accidentally stumble upon the main mission. Like I was just doing this one side mission, and then suddenly it's just like your target is here. Your target is here, and I was just like, what? And then like I basically turn around and like 2 blocks away, my target just walked out of a building. And so then I went and just wrecked his ass, and that's how I completed the main story mission of that part of the game.
Wasn't he supposed to be one of the big bads?
Yeah, he was supposed to be one of the big bads, and he just walked out of a door, and I turned around, and my bird was like,
and cut him down in the street.
Your target's here. That's another thing, is you can call your bird at any time to just like give you like literally a bird's eye view of what's going on all around you, and you can use him to like tag different enemies and stuff. It's actually really cool.
Interesting.
It's literally Eagle Vision, but it's not like the Eagle Vision that I'm used to.
Where everything goes all
it's not all
mode.
blue. Yeah, it's not all blue or whatever. And I like it. I like the literal Eagle Vision. So yeah, my bird is like, rah, rah, like your target's here. And so then I activate my bird and like I zero into my target and then I
activate my bird.
Don't
make me use this.
I zero in my target and I mark him, and then I just run over. He has 2 guards who I kill almost instantly because at this point I'm at a much higher level than they are. Like I'm level like 8 at this time, and these guys are level 3, and the main bad guy is level 4. So I just like basically destroy them without having to really. The main guy was a bit challenging, but not really. And anyway, so I kill him, and then we go into this cutscene where like it's kind of like how in previous Assassin's Creed games where like you're talking to your target.
Right, in the little like Animus world where everything's all.
Yeah, except instead of an Animus world, it's like all black instead of all white.
Are you in the Animus in this one? Sorry, I don't
yes.
Okay.
I'll get to that later. All right. Yes, you are. So we go into this all black little world thing, and then I'm talking to my target, but like it's more mobile. Like my target's literally running at me and we're fighting in a cutscene. And then we go into this extended flashback where I get to find out how my son died. And at this point, I didn't even know what had happened. I didn't know why I wanted to get revenge on these masked dudes. So we go into this flashback, and these guys. I am a Medjay, which is like basically the guards of the Pharaoh. Like I'm like Secret Service, basically. I'm this guy, this Medjay, and these bad guys show up in these masks, and they're like, tell us how to get into the vault. And I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. What vault? I don't know what a vault is. Like, and they have an Apple of Eden, and I'm just like, oh shit, they have an Apple of Eden. And they were like, this is somehow used to get into the vault. Tell us how it works. And I was like, I don't know. What the fuck do you want me to say here, guys? And then my son is there. They tried to threaten my son in order to get me to cooperate with them. My son steals a knife from them and gives it to me, and then I try to fight them all off, and I like trying to stab one of them, and he's just like, well, I guess you've made your choice then, because it was just like before that he was like, you can choose to help us, or something bad will happen to your son and whatever. And then I'm trying to stab him with his knife, and he's just like, so I guess you made your choice then. And then he like shoves me out of the way, and then I stab my son on accident because he shoved me towards my son.
That's lame.
Yeah, it was weird the way they did it. And then they just ran away, and I was like, no, my son, no. And I tried to chase after them, but they knocked me out, and then it flashed back to now, and I'm just like, I've killed another of my 5 targets, ho ha ha, and then that's it. And before I go any further, because there is more I want to talk about, I don't like the way they told me this story. I would have really liked if, like, kind of like in Assassin's Creed 2, if I could have spent some time with my family, and then my family could have been killed in a similar fashion, and then I could go on my epic quest of revenge. I didn't know when I was fighting this guy why I was fighting him. I'm not invested in the story. At least I wasn't at that point. I actually liked the cutscene, and and I liked the scene where I got to see how my kid died, but it came in the story so late. I mean, it was still like in the first 3 hours, but whatever. It came in the story after I'd already killed 2 of the mask guys, and I don't care. Like I'm not like I'm not invested. It's like if I don't know why I'm trying to get revenge, why should I care when he gets his revenge? You know what I mean?
Yeah, basically. I get what you mean.
And I still feel like Assassin's Creed 2 is like the gold standard of exactly how much time you need to spend with a family before you kill them off to make you actually care about them.
Right.
Like, you spend like the first like hour or two like doing little missions for your family, and then half of them get killed, and you're betrayed by that one asshole, and then you go on this epic revenge quest to try to take down all these Templars. I was given just enough time with my family to care about them and to not want them to die, but not be sick of them and want them to die. But with this one, they just throw you into the story when it's like already started, and then they give you backstory later to tell you why you should care. And that's stupid, and I don't like the way they did it.
That's not a good way to do that.
And I get it. I get why they did it. They wanted to get you to the good parts first. But in order for the good parts to have meaning, I need to be told why to care. It's not hard. And like, I still prefer this method to like the method that they did in Assassin's Creed 3, where you spend like the first like 3 or 4 hours of the game playing this extended, extremely bloated prologue where you're just playing as Haytham, Connor's dad, and then you get to play as Connor, and then you play another 2 hours before you're a full-fledged assassin. And it's just like, oh my god, I just want to be an assassin going and fighting Templars. I don't want to wait 4 hours before I get to do that. I liked Assassin's Creed a lot, but I hate replaying it because of just how long it takes to get to the good parts of the story. Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Anyway, and then right after I kill the second mask guy, and then I'm like, okay, time to leave. I have to go to the next city to go and kill the next bad guy. Then I leave the Animus, and I am now some girl walking around. I know! I'm some girl named, I think Layla, I think her name is, and I'm walking around Egypt, and what's really interesting...
she's Egyptian as well, or she's in Egypt at least?
She's in Egypt. I'm not sure if she is Egyptian, but what's actually really cool, she is not a descendant of Bayek. The way that I'm playing through Bayek's memories is we're in Egypt in a tomb, and we have the Animus strapped to a dead body, and that dead body is Bayek, and we're playing his memories after he's already dead. He's right in front of us. It's weird, and I actually really like it. Yeah.
So why are you there then?
Well, because someone has to play the memories. Someone has to experience them.
Right.
Like a second time or whatever.
Well, shit, that opens up all sorts of possibilities for nameless, faceless protagonists, because they can just put any jack off in the chair now.
Well,
as long as they've got a dead guy.
it makes complete sense because at the end in like Assassin's Creed 4, okay, so at the end of Assassin's Creed 3, Desmond dies, and then in Assassin's Creed 4, Abstergo found his body, took his body back to their labs, and then you're playing through his genetic memories still,
Yes.
even though he's already dead.
Yeah.
So it makes complete sense that they would go to like tombs and shit, since now we know that they can like relive the bodies of dead people.
Actually, hang on a minute. So does this mean that eventually the Templars are just going to win?
I mean, in theory.
Because, like, I mean, in every game, you're playing as a Templar in the Animus, playing the assassin thing. So they're always winning.
Not as Desmond.
Well, all right, fine. Yeah, later on there, I suppose. But nowadays, as far as I'm understanding anyway, you're basically just some third-person person in a chair who's at Abstergo when the Templars are farming your memories for whatever the plot device is this time around.
I mean, the whole point of the future stuff is that the Templars have way more resources. Like, they've already practically won in the future, and like the only assassins that are left is like a handful of cells scattered all across the globe. Like, it's very much a part of the story that the Templars are already winning in the future.
All right. So all right. So hang on. Let me get back to this ancient Egypt thingy here. So she's the actually dead guy hooked up to the Animus. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're actually playing his memories through his dead brain.
Yes.
But the person you're playing as is just there to watch them.
Okay, well, yes.
Okay.
It's already been established in universe that you can relive the memories of somebody else as long as you have their DNA, right?
Right.
But and you can't just like get their DNA and then you can just see their memories all like you can just like read their memories like super fast. Like you have to sequence them. You have to painstakingly relive them through a third party in order to have any sense of them.
Okay,
like,
I get you.
It's not just something you can read, it's something you can view and then record as you're viewing it. And that's basically what my character is doing.
I mean, I'm calling bullshit on the intact brain, but whatever.
Well, no. It doesn't have to be an intact brain. It just has to be DNA. I think they're just doing it through like his like red blood cells or some nonsense. I don't know.
Sure. Whatever. Okay. All right. So follow-up question. This game is called Origins, yes?
Yes.
Is he the first assassin?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the idea. He originates the assassin order as we know it to be. Yes.
Were there precursors to it, like just a roaming gang of murderers that decided to get a union going and became
sort of. There's always been people who fought for freedom and like tried to what's the word? Like hide what are they called? Can't think of it. Pieces of Eden. God, I can't believe I almost forgot that. There's always been people who fought for freedom and tried to like prevent people from getting Pieces of Eden. They just didn't always call themselves assassins. They've gone by plenty of different names. It's an ideology. I cannot talk today. Oh my fucking god. Anyway, it's an ideology, and it's just Bayek who like tries to organize it and actually like make rules and stuff.
So who had the wrist blades?
Currently, Bayek does not have wrist blades. I'm assuming I'm going to get them at some point in the story. I don't know for sure, though.
Maybe the aliens will give them to you.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe he'll, like, invent them. I don't fucking... whatever.
I mean... Because, like... is there like an established timeline for this series of games when things take place?
Kinda.
Like, where did the first game fall in the timeline? It's the earliest one, right? Before this one, obviously.
Oh yeah, yes, you're right.
So
the first game took place in I think 1190-ish, something like that, if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay, so that means that this
game takes place in like 35 BCE or something like that.
Okay, quite a difference then. They had 1,000 years to put together that order then. Because like in the first game, there's actually like an established thing with like a base of operations and club members and stuff.
This guy is the guy who like started that idea. Like he started making the rules, and I'm pretty sure at some point he's going to do like nothing is true, everything is permitted. But he's going to be the guy who makes that. I'm assuming. I haven't actually gotten to that point in the story, so I don't know for sure.
Okay.
And I've intentionally avoided spoilers, so I really don't know.
Can you still assassinate people from the air?
Yes.
Okay. Without wrist blades.
Yes.
Just with whatever you have to hand?
You basically, like, just pummel them.
Oh, okay.
Like, when I'm, like, taking out guys, like, I'm not actually killing them. I'm just knocking them out.
Oh, all right.
Like, unless I'm using my swords, but that's different. Like, when I, like, just walk up behind somebody and, like, take them out, I'm just knocking them out. I'm not actually killing them.
Didn't 3 toy with that idea of being able to non-lethally take people out?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
But in this one, you just do it by default.
Oh, okay. Well, that's sweet of him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or not much of an assassin, though.
He's not an assassin yet. This is too early in the story for him to actually be a true assassin. Yeah.
Okay, but he is the first one, and he does get the boat rolling on this whole assassin order business.
That is the idea, correct?
Okay.
Also, I haven't really said this yet, but I absolutely love this game so far. Other than my complaints about the way the story is being told, I love the voice actor. I think the character himself is really awesome and badass. I love the gameplay. I love the combat. I love everything so far. I have very little to complain about other than the weirdness that is them telling me the backstory after I've already played.
Yeah, that's odd. I don't know why they would do that.
Yeah, I just don't get it at all.
Because that inherently will make you not care.
Yeah. Like I'm not invested if you don't tell me anything about the main character. I need to get my revenge. For what? Like, what happened? Like, you didn't even tell me what happened until later. Like, that's dumb. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I really have to say about it. I'm probably going to talk about it again once I've finished it, just to kind of give my final thoughts on it. But so far, 2 thumbs way up. It really feels like a return to form for the series that I haven't liked a game this much since like Black Flag. Like, it's pretty damn good. I am happy.
Well, I'm glad that you finally got closure on that arc of yours about having to be really mad at Assassin's Creed for being such poop games.
Also, I love that there's actually a modern day story in this one, because we haven't had a modern day story, like a satisfying one, since Assassin's Creed 3. That was the last time we actually had a real modern day story, and that was 5 years ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. It's great. It's terrible. I hate it, but I'm so glad that I have it now. I'll take it. God damn it. I'm happy about this.
Just wait till next year when they go to Pandora and you have to be a proto-human.
I'm calling it. No, I think it's gonna be Japan. I think that's where they're gonna go.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. What continents have they done? They've done North America in the third game.
Extensively.
They've definitely done Europe before.
Yeah.
We've done Africa now.
Yes. I mean, only one part of Africa, but
okay.
yes.
Fine, but we only did one part of North America too.
Well, not exactly. North America, like a huge chunk, like the entire eastern side. Yeah, wait, never. Yes, eastern. Jesus, like the entire eastern side. Like we did the Caribbean, we did New York and Boston and Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, I forgot that 4 was in the Caribbean, wasn't it? All right, okay, yeah. Fair enough.
And there was Rogue, which covered like a little bit before that. It's just covered like the entire North America. I don't even remember. I'm trying to remember the cities that were there.
Well, they did North America.
Canada.
All right, fine. Yeah. They did North America. So that just basically leaves Asia, although I think there was already one of those weird 2D ones that was in Asia, right?
Yes, there was, but I don't count it.
Okay, then they need to do Asia and South America still.
And Australia. Technically, I'm trying to remember, what did they do? The 2D ones, they did Japan, Russia, and India, but I don't really count those, so...
Okay.
I actually didn't play those. I played the first one. I never played the other 2. I always meant to, but I never did. I'm not a true fan anymore.
Yeah, jeez, man. Well, I mean, don't feel bad because I never played Full Frontal Assault for Ratchet and Clank either. So.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
That's the tower defense one though, so I don't feel bad about it.
I actually did play that one, and you didn't miss anything.
I also didn't play Quest for Booty.
I did.
Yeah.
That was not bad. It was really short, but it wasn't bad.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a full price game. I don't mind, but
though to be fair, I got Quest for Booty for free. I didn't actually pay for it.
I wouldn't have.
It was like I don't remember what game I bought, but it was like included with the purchase of one of the Ratchet and Clank games.
Probably Kraken Time, since it happens right before Kraken Time.
I think so.
On the timeline, anyway.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay, Cleo.
Anyway, so we're gonna move on to random encounters. Random encounters is where Steve and I pick 2 sort of random characters and put them into a random encounter with each other that's typically a competition of some sort, and we decide who would win. It's all for fun. It's not professional. It's just two nerds talking about who would win because we enjoy it. So I like to pick characters that are relevant to whatever things we talked about today. So I'm going to pick Newt Scamander.
That was his name.
You know what? No, I changed my mind. I'm going to pick Gellert Grindelwald, since it's all about the crimes of Grindelwald.
His name was Gellert?
Yes.
And you just remember that shit offhand?
I just remember that. Yeah, I don't. Shut up.
Okay. Wow.
I was a huge Harry Potter nerd once upon a time, dude.
All right.
It's been a while, but that's why I hated Fantastic Beasts so much, because I'm a huge fan of the series, and I didn't think it was good at all. Okay. Anyway, what character do you got?
Well, I got Sonic the Hedgehog.
All right.
All right, and the challenge is who has the worst fan base. That's really hard. If we lump in I almost said series of unfortunate events. If we lump in the
Harry Potter
magical beast thingies with Harry Potter, it's gonna be tough.
Okay, but are we talking about the series that they're from or the specific characters?
I suppose it would be the specific characters.
Because if that's true, I don't think anyone gives a shit about Grindelwald himself. Like, nobody cares.
Yeah, good point.
Whereas people actually do like Sonic to a degree, at least as a character, if nothing else.
True.
I mean, Sonic is still popular. Like, the series is still popular, and he's the main
Amazingly,
character,
yes, it is.
I don't know how, but it is. So, yeah, I would say you win this first round because I don't like Grindelwald.
Yeah, I don't like Grindelwald either. So I think we can agree that Sonic is better. First time that's happened.
All right. I'm going to pick for the next one Harley Quinn because she's great.
I got Bayonetta.
All right, that's a great combination. I like that. Okay, so what's our conflict, our random encounter, as it were?
Okay.
That's
the contest is most likely to become president.
Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, so this is gonna be tricky.
Nope, this is easy.
You think?
Yep.
I don't know.
Because Harley Quinn is a felon, therefore she can't be president. Done.
Well,
Solved
okay,
it.
yeah,
Nailed it.
but. Okay. Oh, okay. We're gonna do that. I think Bayonetta was born in America. Was she? I don't even know. Where was she born?
You're right. She wasn't.
So we can't just play that kind of shit.
Okay.
The idea is that
Right,
they're
fair
allowed to become president,
Yeah,
but who
all
would be most likely to win? And also, the challenge does not specify president of America. They could be president of anywhere.
Okay. The implication was America.
Well, yeah, but it's not necessarily true. So
all right,
we
fine.
Can just...
President of the Mickey Mouse fan club, then.
Okay, what I mean is president in general. Who is most likely to win a political battle? And I would probably say Bayonetta, I guess. But, like, they're both woefully unqualified to be president. At least
Super
Bayonetta.
unqualified.
At least Bayonetta takes things seriously. Like, she gets things done, and she, like, has goals that she tries to accomplish, and she's somewhat serious in pursuing those goals.
Yeah, but her goal was to kill God.
Yes.
Not well.
No.
I'm sure there's a lot of people who say there should be presidents that kill God, but let's not get that political about it.
Yeah, let's not go there.
But
like Harley Quinn has no business being the leader of anything.
Of anything.
Like she's just a crazy, sexy girl who who is completely in love with a maniacal clown. Like she's not a president of anything, and other than the Joker fan club, and she has no business being the president of anything ever.
Agreed.
So
on that one.
I'm gonna stick with I think Bayonetta would be a halfway decent president in theory. I think that she would be a better president than Harley Quinn. I would not trust Harley Quinn to tie my shoes. No thanks, Harley. I think you're gonna probably attach a bomb to them or something. No.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
I can't believe I'm fighting so hard for you to win again, but
yeah,
unfortunately,
but I
have
appreciate
to.
It.
I have to because Harley Quinn would be a terrible precedent. Okay, so what was I saying? I don't remember anymore. That's it. Oh no, it's not that. We got wait one more. So I have to pick one more. I want to do Mystery Science Theater, but I could defend it. It'll be fine. So I'm gonna pick Crow from Mystery Science Theater. That's one of the robots from Mystery Science Theater.
I don't know anything about him, so I
It's
I
the
can't...
yellow one.
I know, but
I'll do it. It's fine. It'll work.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I could do something. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go with the shitty protagonist from Deus Ex, whose name Adam something.
Adam Jensen.
The one who sounds like he had like 20 cigarettes every morning for the past 30 years.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Adam Jensen. Well, I got another sneak around stealthy guy. I got Corvo from Dishonored.
Ooh, cool. Okay.
So science versus magic, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is
the contest is who's lamest.
That's
hard because honestly, they're both, on the face of it, pretty lame.
I don't know. God damn it! I can't believe I'm gonna do this again. I don't even play a lot of Dishonored, but I think Corvo is cool. And I don't really feel that way about Adam Jensen. Adam Jensen's kind of dull, if I'm being honest.
Corvo's kind of cool, but he's a lot less cool in Dishonored 2 when he starts to talk. There's not really anything cool about him then. He's just generic Grizzle.
See, I have not played Dishonored 2. I've only played like the first third. I've only played the first third of Dishonored 1, so...
Yeah. Corvo is pretty awesome, though, and he's blinking around and stabbing folks, and he's got that cool mask on. And
exactly.
And the extendo sword.
Like, don't get me wrong, Adam Jensen's badass, but every time he starts to talk, I just want to laugh at his face.
Yep. Plus, he's got, like, that pushed-up haircut that was really popular a couple years ago. Yeah. And he's got sunglasses built into his face.
Yeah, oh god, I forgot about that. Yeah, he has sunglasses.
It's very important to his character to have a trench coat and sunglasses.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think that Corvo is cooler. I can't believe you won all of them and I helped you win all of them.
Yeah, you sure did. I didn't have to do a lot of arguing for myself.
This is not fair. I have to be honest, and I didn't deserve to win any of these. All right, so that will be it for this episode. So those are the complaints this week. If you can't complain, share it with your friends. Bye!